And welcome back. This is chapter 2 of Scott Pilgrim Versus. And this first fight requires a lot of advice. A lot of people complained about this fight when we first released it, and I'll give you some pointers. Essentially, it's 3-on-1, and an advantage you may have noticed, Scott starts with a full super gauge. What I do in this fight is I rely on his level 1 rock out super. It does 250 damage. If you time it right, you can hit all 3 of them with it, which tremendously helps. You can do 3 level 1 supers and that will take them down dramatically. Or if you want, you can use Scott's new super, which is his Gets a Life, and that will revive you to full health, which extends the fight a little bit longer and gives you a chance to fight back. You see, I got lucky. I killed Luke. Luke is by far the most aggressive one. He can shoot projectiles from far away, and he can dash into you to, close the gap. Ryan Bogart's a little aggressive, and Brad kind of hangs back, only because Brad doesn't have AI yet. It's all, all of it's coming. In the next version, we're gonna knock it out the park, man. We're gonna complete this as much as we can to nothing else is left to do, and it's gonna be amazing. Alright, so that's the first fight, which is by far one of the hardest fights in the game. While I have a moment, if you would like to comment, and subscribe, that's always appreciated. It gets these videos out more, makes me enjoy what I do a lot more. I do enjoy this. It's fun making videos. The next fight here is Simon Lee. And it's funny, I actually took one of the Goonie Goons and I edited his sprites to become Simon Lee, and I gave him his own little move list. So this was a fun thing to make because it was minor edits. It was just taking out his little party glasses and just give him eyes through his glasses, and that's how you get Simon Lee. I figured making him a grappler would be different, but also I wanted to make him like Android 16 in Dragon Ball FighterZ, because that's like peak annoyance. Everything you do, he'll just go and grab you. He has decent AI, so he'll give you a somewhat okay fight back, but as you can see, if you apply pressure, he kind of goes down easily. Don't give him a chance though. Yeah, Simon's not much of a fight. A little tidbit here for Lucas. I have to rework some things on all these characters. One thing or another, I gotta tweak and update to new standards. Because as you know, Scott was the first character we made. Well, the first character I worked on. Officially, the first character made was, I think, Gideon by Ultra. And it just kind of snowballed from there. But Scott's the first one I think I worked on. And Scott gets all the new features before anyone else gets it, so he's like updated compared to everyone else. But Lucas was a fun one to work on also, because you look at sprites and you don't really think of okay, this is it, but then you rotate them and you're like, I could do so much more with this, and then you come up with crazy ideas. Like Lucas has an attack where he instead of grinding the rail, he'll jump and grab you and he'll grind you on the floor. And this is a fun little thing here. I edited Lucas's sprites to make him look like not Lucas, but still Lucas. So he has different eyebrows and his arms are a little less muscly, because he's technically a stunt double. So that worked out really well. This fight, I believe, was originally 2 versus 3 simultaneous, and I changed it to tag because it got very chaotic, and not in the good way either. You would get ganged up by the 3 Lucases, and then the stunt doubles would come in and you couldn't tell, and it was just chaos. You had a high chance of losing this fight than winning. There's no proper strategy to this, but Lucas's one of his big weak points is jump attacks. If you jump into attack, you have a really high chance of hitting him. I do feel that This fight is very long, just because it's, you know, 3 versus 2. Like there's no way around it. You gotta kill 3 characters, and they're kind of annoying with the clones, or not clones, but stunt doubles rather. So it's just a kind of a long, drawn out fight. It's a pain in the ass when you mess up and they hit you with that and they send you flying across the screen. If you can apply pressure to almost everyone in this game, you have a high chance of winning, except people. As you saw there, Scott has invincibility frames in his boot punch, which is very helpful with these shadow clones, or rather stunt doubles. I keep saying shadow clones. You know, I never realized how fun Wallace is to play. I did a lot of coding on him and a bunch of custom sprites, and that's one of my favorite moves. Like I made that one off you know, just anything. I just thought of him like, huh, that's a cool one. But Wallace is fun. He can steal your special, which doesn't really help me in this fight, and his running attacks can reset you on the ground, which I totally forgot about. But once I realized, I'm like, wait a second, I could do that in combos. So I realized his both running attacks have a secondary attack to it, so you can combo very well into it. Oh god. Ew. And his flamethrower is good too for crowd control. The super armor for Lucas. So aside from the gauge at the bottom of him, the regular version, if you hit him 3 times, it'll stop his super armor. But if he does the EX1, you have to hit him 5 times to break his super armor. One of the kind of new features I added to Lucas, which took me a long time, the skateboard. In the original game, once you hit him with his skateboard, it'll fall out and break into pieces. Those sprites were never ripped at all, so I had to redraw them based off of images that I saw. And that was fun redrawing them and, you know, doing my best to replicate it pixel by pixel. It came out pretty good, honestly. And then when I coded it, it looked so much better. I'm like, wow, it looks great. It's a minor detail, but it really goes a long way in the visual aspect. Yeah, see, Lucas is about to kill me here, so I don't want to play with him. Lucas is dangerous, just because he hits hard. Okay, and that fight's over. It feels like that fight goes on forever. And now the real Lucas Lee, age 24, skater turned actor. Ramona dated Lucas during their freshman year. I can't believe it, the real Luke Wilson. I don't understand this joke of why Scott keeps calling him Luke Wilson, but it's Ultra wrote the story to this game, and it's his joke. There's something I must have missed, honestly, but I had to Google who Luke Wilson is, and I'm like, I don't get this, but that is what it is. This intro is fun making.
Don't be so bad. Are you ready? Fight!
This stage is a very tricky stage because there is no official daytime street market stage. So I played with colors in a filter to change the nighttime colors to look daytime-ish. And I got this, which looks pretty good, honestly. It's a little strange when you think that it's still a nighttime stage just with colors modified, but other fighting games have done worse things. When we look at Street Fighter Alpha 3, they had Akuma stage in different colors for Evil Ryu. Knives is a pain in the ass. She's very aggressive. If you go too far, she'll throw a bunch of shurikens at you. If you are too close, she'll combo you into the Azuna drop. She's very tricky, but keeping up the pressure goes a long way. Ooh, I got lucky with the invincibility here. I'm like, haha, you can't hit me now. I just comboed her to death, really. Yeah. That's a good one. I really got lucky with the invincibility. I really loved how the pointing animations look for this. It looks perfect. Almost like the Spider-Man meme. You're ugly and I hate you. I'm letting it hang on these long text screens for a bit just so people can read it. And as I was recording this, I was reading it as I was recording, so if some things are a little too fast, it's because I read fast, but I was also letting it just hang for a bit just so people watching can read it as I go. So now the real fight with Lucas is about to start, and all the boss fights get harder and harder as the story goes on. So Lucas has more health than everyone else at this point at 1200, and he has a attack modifier, so he hits a lot harder than the other bosses would too. So it's kind of like an endurance thing almost, but not really. As you can see, I'm making use of Lucas's inability of anti-airs. He doesn't know what to do once you're in the air. I'm probably going to change that at some point. I have him do something if you're attacking from the air, but right now that's his weakness. And to finish him off. And that's the end of chapter 2. I hope you all will stay tuned for chapter 3 and the rest of the story. And as always, you know, if you like what you see, you want to become a Mugen creator, you want to make stages, characters, screen pack, anything, something cool like this, you know, just check out my other videos, subscribe, comment, like, donate, buy me a coffee, you know, anything. Download Scott Pilgrim versus today. The download will be in the description below. That's all from me for this video. Thank you for watching.